So today is the 6th of the 7th month of 2023, and we're currently looking at a few markets. Uh, Basically, in today's morning, we had a market which we were looking at, which was Euro USD, and on Euro USD, we were able to go bullish, and we're able to cash in some profits. So I'm gonna just go through the setup basically, and we're just gonna break it down. So basically today I'm just looking at two pairs, which is Euro USD and NASDAQ. Those are the two pairs that I was looking at. So yeah, this was actually the trade because I took it around about 7 in the morning. I woke up early, did a few routines, and then yeah, I managed to catch this entry early in the morning. And then I had my stop loss at about like 3%. I mean, the setup looked good, so I actually just put it up to 3%. So initially, when the market opened, the market opened here. I saw that there was no momentum in the first place when the market opened. So I was gonna wait for there to be a bit of a reaction, whether for the market to go up or down. So in this instance, we got a downtrend. We got a downtrend starting from basically yesterday. We got a downtrend. And once we got a downtrend, once we saw this downtrend, there were two things that came into confluence. So I could see that the market wanted to retest and go back up here, but it actually tested the trend and actually validating the trend that we are seeing here. So once it validated this trend, it came down, it broke this structure here. And once it broke this structure, it started mitigating at around the levels of 1.08345. So once this mitigation started, I saw that there was a confluence because this was indicating to me that this is a shoulder. You see, this was indicating to me that this was a shoulder. And then from that point on, I could determine that since the market went a bit down, it's trying to create a head. So in this point, it could have been that the market would have wanted to create a double head as well. That was also possible for it to happen. So that's why I just jumped in on the first head and then increased my stop loss to about 3%. So just to encompass, if maybe the second head would have been created a little bit below. So I didn't want the market to leave me because these days the market has just been running. So after we came from this down point, I saw this correction and then it validated this trend line. It came down. So the moment it came down, it broke the structure that's here. You see the structure here? It broke down this structure. So immediately when it came up, I think it was around about here, the time it came up, I was pretty skeptical of entering this, but once I saw this candle engulf this candle, it gave me a bit of confluence. So this is where I placed my entry. So in any other way, I was expecting for it to come somewhere around here just to create that head and then come back, and then we're gonna get our bullish run. So the market basically gave me what I had in mind, but it just gave me in a different formation because now it validated this as the head. So there was no double head, and the market just came here and then it came back down. So after here, I knew that, oh, it's actually creating a head and shoulder because it didn't even come below where my entry was. So at this point, I was still break even. I was still break even at this time. So this was around about this time, I actually had load shedding where I stayed, and I decided that, okay, I'm gonna just go to the gym. So at that point, I had placed my TP1 here, I think around about here, and then I was going for my TP2 there. So by the time I was in the gym, around about the second session, it had already hit my TP. You see, it had already hit my TP. So once it ended at my TP, once it hit my TP, which I marked it around this level. Yeah, once it hit my TP, I actually started looking at it more, started analyzing, and I saw that, well, I was either in a retailer's market or the market was about to retest, on my side. So once I saw that happening, it was just about me deciding whether I'm closing this or am I gonna hedge this short. So I didn't feel that much confident on a hedge. So at this point, once it touched there, I saw that it could come and validate this level here. So that's what I was looking at, that it might come and validate this structure here and come and basically test here, which it actually did. Missed it by a few pips. So that's why I actually decided to close all of my trades here at this point. And then I just let the market move down. So the market actually gave me a second opportunity if I would have focused, more on this level here, on this shoulder here, because this shoulder basically showed us that it is the discount. It is the discounted level. It is the discounted level of basically this whole trade. So this would have been my trade. This would have been my trade, guys. From TP1 to TP2, this would have been a full thing. So I saw that this shoulder here, it's also validating the neck for this head. So it's a shoulder, neck line, and then the head. So we always get reaction around the shoulder to the neck, where you have basically your shoulders meeting your neck. So it's basically an equilibrium between the discount, between the premium, between the premium and the 65%. So that is actually the equilibrium between the two, and that will be your 80% level. So our 80% level is always known as the discount. So most of the time, if my trade does not break through the discount in terms of a retracement, I will see that as a continuation. So after the market came down, let me just remove this. So after the market moved down, it reversed by this level here. Once it reversed by that level, it continued up with the momentum. So we would have still hit TP2, but we would have lost about like 80% of the liquidity we would have made, which would have been a bad decision to do and a very bad trade to take, actually. Hence, I closed all of my entries there. The market came and retested, and then it hit our TP2. And then market still came back to the same level of our entry. And yeah, it's still moving. I think this was about 614, 640. I think it's about like 640. And that time we had entered our trade around about 7. So it's basically been playing between the same area. So you can say that this market has created basically a support and resistance. It has created a support and resistance. And with this support and resistance, you can see that it's playing between there aggressively as it's changing sides between which side brings in the liquidity and which side doesn't. So right now I'm actually currently on a US 100 trade. So I was on a US 100 trade in the morning, around about the same time. I placed both of them at the same time. So I'm gonna just indicate to you. So on that one, we hit stops as I was looking to go bullish. I was looking to go bullish. So right now I'm also going bullish. So today I was looking for bulls the whole day on the New York, on on the and it seems that I've caught the bulls right now since it's New York session. So I should have just waited for New York session. But it's still okay. I didn't risk as much because my main session focus is New York. So for just an example, we took it around about, I think it was before Asian opened even. Yeah, it's here. When Asian opened. So this was actually my prediction for, yeah, for this morning's trade. You see, so if I also revert you to the group, so you'll be able to see what exactly I'm talking about. So um, yeah, okay, I found it. So I think I should actually show you guys the preview of both trades. Just yeah, so let me just show you the preview. So this was, like I said, this was 6:53 actually when I entered trades on this. There's 6:53. And this was Euro USD. So around about 6:53 is when I was able to enter this trade. So I was going bullish, as you all can see. And then yeah, I think this was about morning. This was when I closed my trades. Closed my trades around here. The market was still bullish and it's continued going bullish. So this was the Euro USD. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, so this is where the Euro USD ended up at. And this was around about, 19 past one. This is where the market ended up. It ended up hitting our TP2. I just took my profits around this level and just escaped. So with NASDAQ, yeah, with NASDAQ, I was looking to go bullish, break this trend, collect some orders during London, and we would get a sell after the news release, of the initial jobless claims. So what in turn actually happened was that once I caught it, I was break even for a while. Market was moving around break even, and it didn't want to break through this resistance. So as I was saying, I was expecting a bullish run and then a sell on this higher level for the orders to be collected. So the market did not want to come and collect any orders along this level. So it just stayed kangaroo. It just stayed kangaroo at this point. And around about, I think 1:30, approaching 2:30, the market just started moving, and then my stops were hit. And then this fair value gap here was covered. Yeah, the fair value gap was covered. So one of our traders actually managed to catch this trade. Yeah, they managed to catch this trade, and they ended up shorting on this trade. yeah, so they ended up shorting on this trade. So since they caught it on the previous day, as you can also view a previous video of mine, this is the same trade which I also caught. So we both caught this trade. It came down, so he held it, and the market came down more, and he was still holding. So he covered all of this fair value gap from this point. I don't know if he sent. Okay, he didn't send a current one. So he didn't send the current one. So he covered this fair value gap here. So this is the point where we find ourselves at, where I'm trying to go bullish. I'm trying to have bull's eyes. So once this gap got covered, so there's a lot of liquidity still here to be collected. But I don't think it will be collected throughout the whole day today. So now I'm just looking to go bullish on a retracement, and just recover about 10 times the 3% I lost. Yeah, and then just let the market do what it does. Because now London just started, New York just started like an hour, about what, an hour 30 minutes ago. So yeah, the market is still fresh. Yeah, it's still going. So I'm still holding this bullish. Still holding this bullish. Still holding this bullish. I'll see how it goes. But I'm putting a very tight stop where my London low is. Because right now I see the London low is taken out. And if there was no sufficient orders for it to continue going up, I mean, it would still continue to just consolidate on the downside until it reaches a level that's satisfactory, and then the market will close. So yeah, that's basically what I've been seeing today. We had good results on the euro, lost about 2.5% on the US 100, and now I'm just on this bullish entry. I'm just on this bullish entry and just looking to see how it goes. So still have hopes for this bullish entry. As I can see, there's a double bottom mitigated literally by where the London low is marked. So once it left this gap, it left some orders. They came to validate the orders. I saw this as a good opportunity to come in. So it can still be a bit consolidative on this level. Still has to cover this movement here. I mean, there's still also enough time. So yeah, that's just it for me today. If it does hit my stops, I'm out of the market for the day, and then I'll be looking at new opportunities tomorrow. So yeah, until next time, I hope you guys are good and the market is treating you well, and safe trading.